As most people are aware, Ivana Trump's funeral, the mother of the three Trump kids, Jr., Ivanca, and Eric, was held recently, and her children took turns, of course, offering a eulogy for their deceased mother. And according to a new report from The Guardian from Arwa Madhi, things didn't exactly go as you would expect in a funeral. In fact, the kids seemed to be unhappy with their mother and the way she raised them. Let me read this. Again, Arwa Madhi from The Guardian. This is what she reported regarding the different eulogies given by the Trump kids. Donald Jr., the warm memory of his mother that he chose to recount at her funeral, the time she disciplined him so hard she had to stop from exhaustion. Once, when they were kids, said Donald Jr., his sister Ivanca accidentally destroyed an expensive chandelier. Ivanca, it will shock you to hear, lied and said it was her brother's fault. Ivana then pulled out a wooden spoon to teach Donald Jr. a lesson. He kept insisting that Ivanca was the responsible party, but by the time he had finally convinced his mother of his innocence, she was, quote, too tired to deal with Ivanca. To be fair, he didn't say explicitly that she hit him with the spoon. Maybe she just tickled him with it. Then there was the time when he acted up at a restaurant and his mother took him to the loo to show him, quote, what Eastern European discipline was really all about. After she had finished her demonstration, she said, and if you cry, we're going to come back in here and do this again. So, not exactly warm and fuzzy memories that Junior was sharing at his mother's funeral. Now maybe he thought they were humorous, maybe he thought they were fun, or maybe he hated his mother. Given what I've seen from this, it kind of leans towards the latter, doesn't it? I mean, when your mother passes and you go to the funeral and you only tell these horrible stories about her, not exactly, showing that you're very sad that she's no longer with you. Now, he did tell one, I guess, positive story, according to Madhi here. During the tumult of his father's presidency, Ivana called him, he said, to see if he needed to move back in with her. Oh, well, that's sweet, right? And then he continued, that call was simultaneously the sweetest and most emasculating thing ever. She could do that with the best of them, and usually it was on purpose. So you started to say something nice about your dead mom. Like, hey, it was the sweetest thing ever. It was also very emasculating, and she used to do that all the time. Sounds to me like Donnie Jr.'s got some serious mommy issues that probably need to be worked out in therapy. Probably not good to hold on to those grudges there. But so what did Ivanca share? Did she tell the story of how she actually broke the chandelier and let her brother take the ass whooping for her? Nope. Ivanca's eulogy, meanwhile, she talked about her mother telling her to wear shorter skirts. A bit odd, but not nearly as weird as the contribution from Dorothy Curry, a former nanny to Ivanka, Don Jr., and Eric. In a very dark speech, Curry talked about Ivana's life becoming a, quote, sinking swamp of parasites. So Junior tells stories, yeah, my mom beat the crap out of me. Ivanca says, yeah, my mom basically told me to show off my body. And then the nanny says her life was a swamp of parasites. Rest in peace, Ivana Trump. I don't really know how to build on that, but these stories, this upbringing kind of paints a picture. This is what Madhi was getting at in her piece here, of why these kids might be such horrible human beings. Maybe mommy and daddy messed these kids up pretty good. And maybe that's why they all turned out as rotten as they are today. I can imagine that having two terrible parents probably would do that to somebody, and based on these stories, sounds like that's exactly what these kids grew up with. And it's unfortunate. It's a shame, really. I mean, to be honest, I feel sympathy for these kids. The parents seem to screw them up pretty bad. But none of them ever attempted to better themselves. None of them ever attempted to work through these issues again with a trained therapist. So at this point, they only have themselves to blame. You can only blame it on mommy and daddy for so long before it just becomes your responsibility to take care of that past trauma and deal with it like a grown-up. Something those kids never learned how to do. Hey everyone, this is Aspen. And did you know that for the low cost of $0 per day, you can subscribe to the Fair and Balanced YouTube channel? We also encourage you to like, comment, and share, but again, click that subscribe button and help Aspen not be so grumpy.